Hey everybody, it's Leon with Bigfoot Okanagan. I wanted to do up a quick little video on if you're going to formulate a squatching team, what type of people to look for. And since I've been online for the last 3 years and stuff like that, there's just way too much kind of untrained eye in regards to forestry stuff that I find a lot of misinterpretation about what people are actually seeing. So the rule number one you're looking for in regards to if you're going to form a team is you want to find people that are used to being in the bush. And I'm not just talking about people who go camping. I'm talking about people who are used to being in the bush for a long period of time. When I was in forestry, there was times where we were in isolated areas for up to 17 days, so you really get the rhythm of what it's like to be kind of like primal rhythm that we would have in our bodies of being people who live in the bush. Unlike our culture today, which I mentioned numerous times, is we're not from the forest anymore on top of the mountain up there. We're used to this type of culture. And so there's a shift that seems to happen, and we have to kind of retrain ourselves to get back into that. So the first person that, if you can, and you're going to be patient about it and wait for the right people to show up, but the first person you're kind of looking for is is very skilled at looking at tracks and reading ground. So if you can find somebody who's a great tracker, that is going to help you out a great deal, especially when you're looking at the ground, looking at tracks and verifying weathering, age of tracks, what you're actually looking at in regards to a track, so you can decipher the difference between a double bear paw track or a double grizzly paw track compared to a Sasquatch track. So that's one person you're looking for. Another person you're looking for would be somebody who is into survival and bushcraft, because they're, again, used to being out in the bush by themselves, training themselves how to survive in different situations. Third person to look for, if you can find one, is somebody who's into search and rescue, because again, they're used to looking for things that are hard to see and looking for clues, sounds, noises, other kind of visual stuff that looks out of the norm from what they should be looking at when looking at just the general forest. Another person that you're kind of looking for is a qualified guide, hunting guide, again, because they're usually in quite isolated areas with their clients, and again, they're used to being in the bush, and they're used to the rhythm of the bush, the sounds of the bush, what to see and what not to see in the bush. So that's kind of the people that you're looking for. Now there's one other person that's kind of an important person to have, and that's a tech guy. Somebody who is really good and skilled with tech, that understands how to operate and make up videos like this, that can also do kind of local PR in the regions or areas you're searching, so the general public knows how to contact you. Why is that important? Well, there's a place I'll be taking you guys coming up here pretty quick, going out with a group of guys, hopefully in the next couple of days, to an area that's a corridor that runs east to west and west to east. And because of the research that I've been able to do in regards to people notifying me, I think there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 reports that came in this corridor. And this corridor stretches from a mountain range over to the east, all the way down to the Okanagan Valley here where the lakes are down on this side. And they seem to be coming through, in regards to the reports, throughout the year. And the only section that I don't have right now in regards to seasons is the springtime. I know that they're in the area in August through November, and then they move from the center part of that range over to the west side, and those are because of the different sightings and footprints that seem to be showing up in the snow during the wintertime. But if they're coming in from the east to the west, they have to get back to the east. So I'm not sure, we're going to check this out this weekend to see whether or not they're actually traveling back to the other side of the valley, or that ridged corridor. And again, it's a fairly large area that they're migrating through. if that's what's happening. I don't know if that's what's happening. That's why we're doing out in an area. Remember, when you're doing your searches and stuff like that, you have to find an area, you have to grid it out, you have to go back seasonally to check and verify to see if anything's changed, or if you're coming across footprints at a certain time of year compared to other types of year. That's kind of one reason why I like using helicopters in the wintertime. It just covers more area faster, and I have 4 different areas that I mentioned that I kind of research in, so it takes a long time, you guys. It's not a short kind of thing. What else was I going to do? The other interesting thing I just want to talk a little bit about was, you know, if you go online, you're looking for Sasquatch stuff, you'll go on YouTube and you'll look up Sasquatch investigators or researchers, and there's nothing wrong with checking out those videos or stuff. But the guys that I really like to check out, which I hope to do in the future is a video on these guys, are the ones who are all 4 of those things that I suggested to you, which is guides that have their own YouTube channels, search and rescue people who have their own YouTube channels, survivalists who have their own YouTube channels, and they don't know anything about Sasquatch. And as you follow them on their YouTube channel, you'll see that they don't believe in Sasquatch and all that kind of stuff, but as they keep spending more time in the bush, they start coming across things that just doesn't seem normal to what they should be seeing. And some of them are sightings, some of them are footprints, and it's neat to find people online that have nothing to do with the Bigfoot community, and they're discovering stuff. And those are the guys that I like to be plugged into, because I know that they're genuine, I know that they're trained in what they're supposed to be doing in the forest, and I know that they have a higher capacity to really negotiate and navigate what they're actually looking at. So when they're coming across stuff that does not look right, there's got to be something there, and that's kind of my position as well. I don't quite know what we're dealing with when it comes to Sasquatch, because I don't know. I don't have coffee with them every morning. All I know is there's something out there that seems to leave evidence showing what's actually going on. So that's that part of it. I put out a video a little while ago about helping out Justin from Mountain Beast Mysteries, and in regards to financially supporting him on this expedition that he's got going on. And one of the things that Justin had done was, I can't remember what the platform was that he used to have you guys send money to, but the amount that he was looking for was for the whole expedition, which has been going on over the summertime, but the time allotted was only, I think it was only 3 weeks. And the problem with that particular platform is if you didn't hit the goal that you were shooting for at that point, then everyone got their money back. So most of you probably got some money back saying, hey, what's going on here? So I'm kind of explaining that a bit to you. So he's going out again pretty quick, and they're going to do a reconnaissance out into this area. And he was looking for around $500 or so. What I'd like you to do is below this video again is, if you got your money back, and I want to thank you guys for supporting them. Again, most of us are doing this on our own dime, so any little bit helps. So below here will be 2 links, one to I think his PayPal account, the other one is his Patreon account, and just make a little note that it's for the expedition. And if you can donate $20, $100, $50, whatever you can donate, it all helps for us doing our research that are out here. So if you can help out Justin a little bit on that one, probably ask for some more assistance with him. I'm trying to work on getting him a drone too, so hopefully down the road that will work its way through. I just have to figure out a way to get it to him. So and that's it. So I look forward to taking you guys up to this area. I've mentioned this area before in some of my videos. And the area we're going into it's a pretty slick looking area, and I can't wait to film it to show you how beautiful the area is. So, and hopefully we'll find some interesting stuff to show you. Okay, take care of yourself, you guys. Look forward to talking to you again. Thanks a lot for your support. Feel free to share my videos, but remember to share it to the right people. I'm not looking for millions of people, just the right people. And keep going doing what you're doing, but do it with those 4 things: critical thinking, not criticizing thinking, healthy skepticism, fair hypothesis that's flexible, and remember your sincerity. You can be sincere about your hypothesis, but you can also be sincerely wrong. So you got to be flexible about the whole thing. See what you're seeing, don't project onto what you hope you're seeing. That'll get you all messed up. Take care, guys.